Welcome back to the Door Kickers Player channel. As always, disclaimer, I'm not a professional in CQB. Don't take anything I say seriously. All right, that being said, let's get into it. So, this is Manole's Home Improvement. I think that's what it's called. It's mission 27, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a hostage rescue. Now, you will notice that there is no rescue zone in this mission. Because the mission here is to eliminate all the tangos. You do not have the option of rescuing the hostages only. Like in other missions, you do have that option. So uh, we have this path all laid out, and it's very sort of CQB sound. Um, like it makes sense in terms of CQB fundamentals, and but you're going to see that we will have to be making adjustments and micro adjustments as we move along, and you'll see those adjustments happen whenever the path changes. But for right now, we have 4 operators, and to start, we're going to throw flashbang in there. Notice we do not have an option to be outside of the fatal funnel, and that's an extreme sort of disadvantage. But regardless, we're going to move on. We're going to push through it, and we're going to throw a flashbang in there. And just a quick reminder, this is not my first time running through this mission. So I do have knowledge of what's going to happen before I even start playing, and that's very important. I'm not running through this blind, as some would say. All right, so here you can already see that I already played and paused. You can see that right here and here that the path was changed because of mistakes made in previous mission. So that means that I played it and then I paused it right away to change the paths of the operators so that no one would get killed and none of the hostages would get injured. So moving in here, we throw a flashbang and one of our guys immediately gets injured. But we take that tango down, we take this tango down, the far tango down, and we start moving and clearing these spaces. Now, something you can already see is that these rooms here do not have any doors, which is why I have the stop activated on this operator right here. And the reason I do that is so that this operator and this operator will move at the same time, clearing left and right at exactly the same time. And that ensures that if we have a tango on the left, it doesn't injure any of the operators on the right, and vice versa. So you can already see that the path that we have laid out is sort of focused on doing that, making sure that the operators are moving in between, uh, moving in this hallway at the same exact time so that they each cover the entrances, so to speak. They each cover the rooms at the exact same time, and no one gets injured because there might be a tango on the right side injuring the guy on the left, and vice versa. And you're going to see that play out in just a second, where we have this tango on the right. And then another thing that happens here is why you need to pause and play. This operator cleared this room, but kept on moving and didn't stay focused on that corner enough to take down the tango, which resulted in the operator getting injured. Now, in the game, if the operator gets injured, it doesn't slow him down or anything. It just reduces XP by a little bit. But in real life, you really need to make sure that you do clear those corners because the tango could be waiting for you in that corner. So we see here we're moving on, even though one of them is injured, and you see the exact principle that I was talking about play out exactly the way I described it would. So now we're going to see something interesting. The orange operator is going to clear that room, and while he's clearing that room, the light blue operator is going to wait in this corner because it is important to make sure that you are covered from all sides. And that's going to be extremely important because right now you see that there's tangos over there. And if the blue operator moved out into that hallway, matter of fact, even if any of these three operators moves into this hallway, they are very likely going to get shot and die. And so, in order to prevent that, we have to throw a flashbang like we're doing now, and then this blue operator can come out and kill them because they're disoriented. And so now we have these two operators moving downward. Now this operator is moving alone, um, even though he should theoretically be waiting for the orange operator. Um, I made the executive decision to have him move alone because the hallway was clear, and additionally because he has a flashbang, and also we're on a time crunch to get the mission done in the amount of time that uh, in the amount of time so that we can get the 3 stars. That was my objective, is to get the 3 stars um, in this mission. So you can see here on the bottom that I have these operators ready to throw a flashbang into that corner. Now, I'm doing this because I know exactly where the tangos are going to be and how difficult it's going to be to move into this area without throwing that flashbang, because I played this mission a bunch of times before. So while the orange and blue operators are going to move in from the top, the bottom operators, I don't know which color they are. Those two operators are going to start making their way through the bottom of the building. Well, the bottom, from our perspective, it's the lower side of the building. So we're gonna throw a flashbang in there. And actually, when I was playing this, I did not even realize that there was a hostage there. So I didn't bother going and grabbing him. Now these operators are moving very slowly, and that's because of the extended armor that they're wearing, which makes them move extra slow. Now this was a big mistake again. I did not have this lower operator looking in the right direction, and he ends up getting injured. But regardless, I managed to take the tango down, grab the hostage, and start making our way to clear those other rooms. We do need to clear this left-hand room, even though there are no tangos in there. With the game dynamics, it'll actually change where the tangos are in the game every single time you restart the mission. So you can essentially have the same exact path, and every single time you try to use this stat path, you'll have a different result. You'll see that in my future videos. But anyways, we clear this room quickly, and then we clear this last room, and we are mission successful. Well, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to watch more of these kinds of videos, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any ideas about tactics, how to get the operators, or anything game related, please feel free to leave a comment. And I'll see you in the next video.